You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
So, can I ask a stupid question? I know it's a stupid question, but I just feel like I have to ask it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
The U.S. Open starts Thursday.
No.
Okay.
No, the Safeway Open starts Thursday.
Okay.
That's the 20. And this isn't a stupid question because you remember we were talking about how this season was going to be pushed back. Some of the events like the U.S. Open, the Masters.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're just considering that part of the 2020-2021 season. So it's not even the 1920 season doesn't even include the U.S. Open or the Masters. They only played one major this season.
You sound like, hold on. You sound like you've got a thing in your throat that makes you sound like an evil doer.
No.
Just a little bit. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of funny. I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, it could be.
I'm Dr. Von Doom.
I'm talking about golf now.
I'm the Batman.
That's the perks of doing this from a car.
Yeah, so that's the reason. The reason I'm asking is because I saw in the news that Phil Mickelson. We'll get into this later. Phil Mickelson is the favorite for the Safeway Open.
Okay.
But the other side of that is like every golfer at the Tour Championship was like, yeah, I'm just looking forward to, playing in the U.S. Open in a couple of days. And I was like, I don't think it's in a couple of days. I think it's in 10 days. But I guess they're not going to the Safeway Open? And then I thought the Safeway Open was on the Champions Tour.
You look that up real quick, or I'll just black myself out while I look.
No, I'm looking, but like I said, it was really like everybody was like throwing out different things. I got very, very confused.
No, it's definitely the Safeway Open. But while you look that up,
yeah, it is the Safeway Open.
This season is going. This next season, because I know we're wrapping up this season, and then we're putting out an immediate podcast to start the next season.
Yeah.
The wraparound seasons are super weird.
Wait, so does that mean there's 2 U.S. Opens and 2 Masters?
In the 2020-2021 season, yes.
Okay.
That's what Jay Monahan, that's what your boy Jay said, that
I'm going to have a word with him. So there's
no
19.
Is stacked.
There's no 19. All we got was a day of the players in 19 and 20.
Yes.
And then in 20 to 21, it's just madness.
Yeah, so...
and the PGA. Did we get the PGA? Does that count?
Yes. That's the 1920 PGA. The 2020... It's just crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know.
All right.
We're gonna have to see how the FedEx points happen, unless those, like, what are they gonna say? It's A, U.S. Open A, U.S. Open B, or the first U.S. Open they play. They're just not gonna award FedEx Cup points. It's gonna be weird. I don't know.
You ready?
I'm totally ready. I've already started.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to The Swingdom. I am Ben Ridner. I'm an 11.4 handicap because I have not played a single round of competitive golf in probably 3 months now. I play some Cobras. I'm here with my golfing buddy Gunnar, my best golfing buddy Gunnar. He's playing some Titleist with a Cobra thrown in here or there. It's got his Vokey wedges and his beautiful Scotty Cameroon.
Which I've decided I can't hit anymore. I have no idea how to putt.
I'll take it.
I have no idea. I forgot how to putt.
I'll take it. All right, so we're doing a giveaway with a Scotty Cameron. If you like, review, and friend Gunnar on Facebook.
And pay $200. It's all yours.
Yes. After we pick you in the random drawing, you have to then give up 200 of your own dollars for a brand spanking new Scotty Cameron Newport 2 putter.
A brand spanking new 2014 model that has seen no less than 150 rounds.
Yes. And also, if we accidentally forget to draw somebody, that's just on us.
Too bad.
That's in the rules.
Whoops,
we forgot. I've had a crazy week.
You have.
I've had a crazy week. I'm just lucky to be alive. We're a bit late because I accidentally took some sleeping pills without reading the instructions.
Right.
And
P.S.
I've been sleeping for a day and a half.
A word from the swingdom.
Yeah.
Read your medication labels.
Yes.
Correctly.
Even if your wife hands you the pills thinking they are your correct anti-anxiety medicine,
right,
you, as the taker of the medicine, should always read what it is you're taking. Otherwise, you sleep for a day and a half.
Now, back to the golf.
So this week was the Tour Championship. Hopefully you listened to the preview show.
The Tour Championship. It's over. The season's over.
I know. It was at East Lake.
It was awesome.
It was at Atlanta. Day 1 was thrilling. Day 2 was my type of golf.
Day 2, you know what day 2 was? Day 2 was every man's golf.
Yeah. Day 2, they were just like
rough.
Yeah, day 2 was rough. Not many guys under par, and if they were, it was only by 1 or 2. Then you had Thursday, which is them overcorrecting for their mistake. But a lot of the guys who were going to play, and that's where you saw the difference between playing to win it and playing steady. The guys who played steady, they sort of stayed 2 or 3 around par, under par, not going crazy. But the guys who were crazy went 5, 6 under.
Right.
Yeah.
And we did see a couple players who really shot up the leaderboard, and probably, I actually have a lot to say about this entire tournament.
Yeah.
I've already said that I don't like the format of awarding strokes.
And then I've come up with a good situation to do both.
Okay, I'd love to hear that because I hate this format.
Yeah.
And I have all the, since I'm on camera, I want you to see all the data that I have to back my
Okay. All
right. Yeah. So I have the data.
Let's get into it. Day 1. 30 players left in the field. Dustin Johnson playing with John Rahm.
Yep, the world number 1 and 2, the FedEx Cup 1 and 2.
Yep.
Starting the day 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson starts at 10 under. John Rahm starts at 8 under.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're giving me a look.
We'll get into. I'm giving you a look because it's not bad, but
when you compare the two.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
But 2 strokes between 1 and 2 in the world is, if Dustin wins by 2 strokes, I think he won by 3.
Dustin Johnson ends up winning.
Minus 21.
He was 21. He wins by 3.
Yeah, John Rahm and Xander Schauffele were minus 18. Who I should have picked instead of Rory.
No, because this is part of my complete. You want the ragedom today? I've got you the range.
Okay, well, we'll do the range after the first. Let's get through Thursday, which we're calling Thursday, which was actually Friday.
Yes, we should preface this by two things. One, no cut. Two, Thursday is Friday, Friday is Saturday, Saturday is Sunday, Sunday is Monday.
It's okay. Like Monday.
We should refer to them as days.
I always feel like it as Golf Sunday. Like Golf Sunday means something to me. Golf Monday, it's like, no, because I'll relax on Sunday. And then if it's a bank holiday Monday, like I'm getting up and doing work.
Right. So did you have a bank holiday?
No, the bank holiday in England
was last week.
Was last week, yeah.
Our holiday, Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day,
which is a Labor Day, that was for us. So I was off on Monday. So that was nice.
Yeah.
And it was my birthday weekend, so I claimed it as my
birthday.
I claimed it as my own. So
did you do all the Monday stuff on Sunday, or did you just not do anything Sunday or Monday?
I just balled for 3 days. That's what I did. You know, I turned up. I didn't realize I have 2 kids. I don't know
what that means. When you say you ball for 3 days, that means you played golf for 3 days.
I played golf for 1 day, which we'll get into because I told you I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
And I did. I have big news.
Lied to me. Did you take pictures of yourself playing golf?
I did. Gavin did. So
good.
We'll see how they turned out.
They'll be on the Instagram. They'll be up on the Instagram later this week.
Your sweet wife Dora, who tried to murder you this weekend.
Accidentally.
No, she didn't. I love Dora. She's a fantastic human being. And
everybody that knows her is like, they'd be like, "Oh, Ben's dead. You did this on purpose." And everybody that knows her would be like, "No, she would get medicine confused all the time." Like that's the number one accidental reason.
Listen,
like, she was trying to be helpful. She really was, and just didn't know what pills looked like.
I was going to just say verbatim, if she had killed you on purpose and said she killed you on purpose, I would look at her in the face and say, "Nah, what a horrible accident."
Yeah.
Just because I would not.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. We got back to the golf.
Yes.
My lights went out. There you go. It doesn't matter. So.
No, you're good.
So.
What happened on day one?
So day one, we followed Dustin Johnson and John Rahm.
Yeah.
We also, it should also be pointed out that every day there was only groups of 2 people. Ben has walked away. He's not listening to a word I'm saying.
No, I totally agree with you on day one. Dustin and John Rahm. Yeah.
I just narrated you walking away. So
I needed some. I'm feeling a bit parched. I just went to go get a bottle of water. I can hear you. I heard you.
You asked me what to do. You asked me for something. I start talking and you walk off. That's our relationship as a golf podcast host.
That's my relationship with everybody.
I appreciate that. So it should also be noted that every pairing was a twosome. So not only did we get through it very quickly, but we also got to see powerhouse groups. Now, obviously we did because they're all the top 30 in the FedEx Cup. But we followed Dustin Johnson and John Rahm. We also got to follow Justin Thomas and Webb Simpson, which I thought, hey, these are all 3 of my guys. I get to watch all 3 of my guys. This is going to be fantastic. Well, Dustin Johnson, 67, starts at 10 under. Another par 70 course. Don't get me started. Moves to 13 under. John Rahm shoots a 65, 5 under to tie the lead with Dustin Johnson. I'm in the money. You know what I'm saying? Justin Thomas, 64, 4 under, moves to 11 under for third. Webb Simpson shoots even par. Stays at 6 under, tied for 6, no big deal.
That's a good score through 2 days, let alone 1.
Look, end of the day, all our boys are sitting top 10. Yeah. I have that written down. Now, new dad, this should be said. Now, I know we didn't do a new segment, but our boy Rory McIlroy, Papa Roars, best round of the day. Are you joking me? It's 6 under, 64. Abraham Answer, who you went back and forth about picking, also fires a 64 6 under.
Yeah.
Day one was golf, man. I loved it.
I think that's the thing.
I'm fired up talking about it.
I think that's the thing, though, is when you say you want to pick half the fields, but you can only have 2 picks after picking number 1.
That's true. But what I'm saying is, even talking about it now, look, I'm fired up. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's important to point out that while I did not get my prop bet of 2 people shooting 80, it did still my heart to watch Bryson DeChambeau tie Man of the People for day one. Only 2 over, I might add, but hey, who's counting? I am. Bryson DeChambeau, Joaquin Neiman, Ryan Palmer, and Kevin Kisner all fire a 72, 2 over, to basically plummet themselves from the jump.
And that's sort of that's a hard thing.
I love day one.
Day one was great, but we'll get into it. It's really hard when you're.
We are getting into it.
Yeah, it's just when you're 10 back, when you're 4 back.
Right.
Let alone 10 back. So, the thing is you have to understand these are the 30 most consistent players.
Yes.
In on the tour. So that's sort of with me. It's I didn't expect any Man of the People.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect Bryson to do well, but I didn't expect him to struggle, and it looked like he really struggled. That was a hard 72 for him. He was saving pars for 72. When you have Dustin Johnson saving pars for 68.
So what it actually stood out to me was Bryson's inability to score on Thursday got me thinking, dude, maybe your plan for conquering Augusta is ill-advised.
He's lost his touch around the greens.
If you can't score, well, that's all that debate about his wedges being this is so dumb. I just disagree with that.
No, for me, it's not debate. I think he's literally lost his touch. He's too strong.
Look, he cannot. He can't chip. I know he has flashes, but he's also a professional player. So his chipping is 10 times better than mine, and we still say he's not good. And that's the only thing that saves my round is my short game. That's it. I'm not good off the tee. I'm consistent off the tee, but I'm consistent one way. If it goes the other way, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm not good with my long irons. I'm okay with my short irons.
Yeah.
It's my wedges. That's what saves my rounds. That's what caps me at a 5 handicap.
But this is the question that I would ask Bryson.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a shot for a full 60 or a full 56 degree in, which to them is probably 120 yards?
It is.
Or would you rather have a 25-yard chip out of U.S. Open style rough?
That'd be. He'd rather have 120 yards in.
Everybody would, yeah. That's
anybody
would
want
answer.
120.
My thing isn't so much.
But he's willing to take the 25 yards.
I'm looking at it.
Willing.
The reason I'm saying his touch is gone is because he's getting it up there. And his whole plan for getting it up there is to tell himself and everybody else, well, if I'm closer to the hole, I can chip it closer to the hole, and then I'm going to have more putts for birdie. Well, he's not chipping it close enough to be in a comfortable birdie putt range.
Right.
In the first 10 tournaments, when he was top 10, 10 weeks in a row, it was all short rough, and he was able to get the club through it and gauge the distance and do it right. When the rough is thicker and he's putting it 10 yards off the green, It doesn't matter because he's landing at center and he's like his feet, his first putt is like something like outside of 15 feet, which is just the statistics.
That's
are
ridiculous.
Too hard. Yeah.
No, I have a comment and a question.
Yeah.
Okay. My comment is he thinks that he can overpower Augusta National at the Masters.
Yeah.
If
I
he
think
couldn't,
that's the one
if
place
he
he's
couldn't,
going to be able to.
No, my opinion is if he can't conquer East Lake, there is no way Augusta National is going to give him any leeway.
I think it will because Augusta National has so much fairway and the rough is always short. Now, if he's in the trees, he's out of luck.
Which is what you're going to struggle with.
Yeah. But I think if he gets it if he stays out of the trees, you've played Augusta how many times on your Xbox?
0.
On your Xbox?
Oh, 1,000.
I played it
maybe more.
I played it maybe more, exactly. How many times have you watched the Masters?
I am 31.
Yeah.
So 26 years straight. How many times have I watched it on replay? 1,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah. So like for me it's like when you look at 11, 12, and 13.
Yeah.
Like there's no rough.
No, but you're talking about greens that are covered backside with bushes and trees and flower beds.
I'm not saying he's going to win.
You think his touch is good enough?
I think he's making the cut. And I think the first 2 days they put him on like safe plateaus so nobody gets discouraged.
I think you're right on that. I just think he has a plan to overpower the course.
No.
That is literally built. That's what he said. I have a plan to overpower Augusta National.
So like the winner,
if you can't handle East Lake, get out of here.
The winner at Augusta the last few years have been like minus 15 to minus 17. Mm-hmm. Like nobody's wanted it like the USGA championship.
The US Open, yes.
They want an even par score.
Of course, and I think that's fair.
Yeah. I think the Masters, you're right, it's the toughest test for the whole game, but the players are getting that much better that I think the winner's still going to be at 14, 15 under, because I think it's November, it's going to be different. I think the winner's going to be between 12 and 15. And I think Bryson's going to be, for the weekend, he makes the cut and he's at like 6 or 7 under. Write this down.
6 or 7, I'm not writing it down. And I'll never remember. So, but here's my question. Here is my question.
Yeah.
Should Bryson DeChambeau, and this is a serious question, I've thought a lot about this. Should Bryson DeChambeau get rid of his driver, woods, and hybrids and play? I'm going to ask a better question because I'm prompting too much. If Bryson DeChambeau only ever played with irons, do you think he would win more tournaments because of his distance and his control with irons?
Because I don't think his control with irons is great.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I don't.
I think
he would win
more
tournaments.
His driver's long, but just that same conversation we had.
This is the only thing I'm going to say about Bryson. This is the only thing I'm going to say about Bryson. He's a great golfer.
That's true.
He's not Hall of Fame.
No.
But he's won this year and he's made it to the Tour Championship. Do I think he'll be a Hall of Fame golfer? No. Because I think every time he wins once, he tweaks things so badly that like he doesn't win for 3 years. So I think the scientist is a bit madder than we expect. And I think he's probably got an I don't think he's on tour past 35.
He's bordering on the line. There's this fine line that he walks between mad scientist and anti-scientist.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I think I think at some point,
Like he goes
because
from exploiting the rules to ignoring them.
so and that's sort of what I'm saying, which is like he doesn't. I think all the things he does, like what he considers to be physical changes and game changes and style changes.
Yeah.
I think 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, it looks like that, but in reality, it's a psychological change.
Absolutely. I think Bryson's unhinged. And you
Yeah.
you take
that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to explain it correct, because I think unhinged is a little bit too harsh.
I think that's harsh. That's why I giggled a bit, yeah.
Let me walk that back, because as much as I bash on Bryson DeChambeau, I do respect what he does, and I agree with the thing. I think pushing your passion to its limit is important for new discovery. I think that's how we ended up in space. That's how we discovered planets. That's how we uh, uh, piece together DNA, right? You push what you're passionate about to its limits, great things can happen. With Bryson DeChambeau, though, I don't think understands that line between this is a boundary and this is impossible. This is physically impossible. I like Bryson DeChambeau for what he does. I think he's kind of like, you take a bolt and you take a nut, right? And you put the nut on the bolt and you give it one spin and it's locked on. You spin it an eighth of a degree back towards you and boom, it's falling apart. And I think he's just on this fringe where he can't settle on what he's doing, and he's either dialed in and he's locked on, or he's completely falling apart.
No, I think what he does is he thinks he's got a mental edge on everybody on tour, which I just don't believe. I don't believe that he's got an edge on Dustin. I don't think he's got an edge on Tiger, Phil, Webb Simpson, Ian Poulter. I don't think he thinks because he can do the numbers, he's got a mental edge on everybody. And so having that mental edge isn't enough. So he goes to these physical advantages. So he gets out the mallet putter and he gets out the compass and he gets out, and then he's like, oh, well, these little toys that I'm tinkering with aren't doing enough. So now I'm going to get physically bigger, and I'm going to I've seen what Steph Curry's done in basketball. I've seen what home run baseball has done to baseball.
Yeah, like Bryce Harper and Mike Trout.
Yeah. Judge, a bunch of those guys. Aaron Judge, sorry, yeah, all those guys. And I think he's going, if I can bomb it out of the park, I've only got instead of having to hit a double or a triple from 200 yards out with a 6-iron, all I have to do is bunt it onto the green. And if I one putt 5 times out of 18, which isn't impossible for these guys, 5 or 6 times out of 18, if he does it on the par 4s, if he does it on par 4s and par 5s, he can have a score of -8, -10 in a round.
Right.
But I think what happens is that he doesn't deal with the hurdles well, and he peaks.
Sure.
So he peaked a month and a half ago with his win. He didn't show up at the PGA. He certainly is he's gliding into the Tour Championship on the first 10 events of the year.
Speaking of peaking, what he should do is treat golf like swimmers.
Yeah.
Treat the Olympics. You peak at the right time.
Yeah.
Boom, you win everything.
I don't think he's I think he goes for it, he peaks. And then like a lot of the pros do, who aren't Dustin Johnson, who aren't Webb Simpson. Like they don't see it as like, okay, like I want to be a Hall of Fame golfer. They're like, I just want to be a winner on tour.
I just want to win.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I've won. I can take a step
I appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like they're like, okay, well, you win on tour, then you try to win a major, then you sort of go for the Grand Slam, then you go to the Hall of Fame, then you play on the Champions Tour. It's like, no, you know what? Just go out there and play easy golf so you don't destroy your body, and try to win every week.
Right.
I'm going to tell Gavin about this, about my brain explosion.
He should be listening to this podcast.
No.
If he's not, he's grounded.
All right.
Round 2.
Day 2.
Day 2. 30 minutes on day 1.
What are we doing?
Complaining.
Yeah, all right.
We usually have the rage them at the end, but you know, when it comes to Bryson and Brooks, you know, we can't help ourselves.
This is just a full episode of Ragedom.
It is. Yeah, well, I mean, we've had all this pent up issues through the season.
It's the end of the season. Yeah, we get it out. I'm with you.
All right. Featured groups for round 2. Shame on you, Ben. Some JM, Brendan Todd. You gave up on the poor man. Abraham Answer and Xander Schauffele.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, the only one I messaged you about some JM.
Yes.
I think he was in second alone at one point.
After round 2.
Yeah. And then Xander Schauffele. It was him or Rory. And I should have gone Xander. Won it in 2017, even though Rory won the championship. Like,
no, well, I told you we'll get into Xander because I'm going to freak out later.
Okay.
All right. Sung JM fires the low round of the day. 6 under, matches Rory and Answer. That's the low round of the week. Yeah. So I'll just put that out there. Finishes 12 under, second, solo second. Brendan Todd, 2 under, 8 under overall, tied for 8th. Abraham Answer, 1 over for the day, goes down to 6 under, tied for 11th. And Xander Schauffele, just 1 stroke back from the best, 5 under 65, finishes day 2 at 11 under par in solo 3rd.
Yeah.
Man of the People, a familiar name. Could you guess who it is?
Billy Horschel.
No. Next one.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Mark Leishman.
Mark Leishman. Oh, that's my 3rd one.
5 over. Poor Mark Leishman for the past week has been our man of the people.
Yeah, but when you're doing that well for that much of the season, this is just cash in your pocket.
You're right. Highlight of round 2 was Rory McIlroy hitting an absolute duffer out of the rough, trying to hit the green and dumps it 10 feet in front of him into the lake. Absolutely loved every second of it. I love when the Golf Channel goes, "They're human too, folks." And I'm like, man of the people. That's all I yell. Man of the people.
That one hurt my heart. And my potential to win.
Felt him. It was just rough. I blame that on lack of sleep from an infant, even though they're not there. I just blame it on that. Good for him.
I'm a professional athlete. Give that child to the nanny.
Give it to a nanny. What did you think about round 2?
Round 2, so round 1 was like people showing up. Round 2 was the shuffle. Like, it was a proper moving day. It's like what you expect from a moving day. You're seeing the guys who aren't going anywhere, going places. You see, like, this is the difference between sort of like the go for it, like the attackers, and the like, let's stay honest and even, and like 2 or 3 under is going to just be enough to win. I thought it was just really cool. Like, the number one thing like that was in every feed I saw was Rory just smashing it and it going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, I think Sung Jae Im is just like, he looks like a fun golfer.
He does.
He's not a fitness bro.
No.
Like, he's not a numbers guy. Like, he reminds me of early Vijay Singh.
Yes.
Where you're like
early Vijay Singh for sure.
Like, you almost want to, like, if he's playing early in the morning, if he's playing at 7 o'clock, you sort of want to go up and be like, hey, there's a course down the road. You want to go play 18 just for fun? We'll get a cart. Like, and he'd be like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, it just sounds like he's the type of dude who wants to hit 4,000 golf balls a day. And so it's like, I think it's great when he plays well because I think he's just great for the tour. Because I think golf needs more of these, like, oh, let's have the balanced golfer who goes to the gym for 2 hours, who spends 2 hours on the course, 2 hours on the driving range, 2 hours in a bunker, and then 2 hours on the green. And you're like, yeah, that's a 10-hour day, and that's great. I like it when you see guys like Justin Thomas and Sung Jae Im who are just like, we're just gonna play 36 today, and we'll walk it. Like, we'll have our caddies follow us in the carts.
I'm totally with you. I like Sung Jae Im a whole lot.
Yeah.
All right, round 3.
Round 3. The day the tour got stuck in the mud.
That's right. Round 3, our feature group. Now, only did one feature group for this. That was Colin Morikawa and Terrell Hatton.
Yeah.
I thought Colin Morikawa was going to make a solid push. He tried.
I thought so too.
Finishing 67, 3 under, 12 under for the tournament as of day 3.
Yeah.
In solo 5th, Terrell Hatton comes up short, 1 over par, 8 under, tied for 9th. No big deal. Your best rounds of the day, and this is really where you see your typical moving day, right?
No.
Dustin Johnson, Daniel Berger, both your guys shoot 64, 6 under.
Was it moving days the day before?
It is, but this was more of a typical moving day where everybody moves into position and then rides it out. I know it's typically a Saturday, but
I get what you're saying. Like, no, I know Saturday, Sunday. I know that. I just felt like the jumble on Saturday versus the jumble on Sunday was much more of a moving day. I thought Sunday was like
into jockeying and into position. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
See, I look at moving day as getting your spot and then riding it out for the rest of the weekend. Tomato, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you see. But Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith find themselves in the man of the people, 3 over.
Yeah.
Round 3, I was concerned because Dustin Johnson, by the end of it, had a 4-stroke lead. And I was like, man, I am sick of seeing DJ this far ahead. It was unfair at that point. And I know that was your guy, and we'll get into that, but it was just tough to not see it a little bit closer after the Saturday, Sunday.
Well, that's the argument, right? Like, it's designed not to be close.
Right. I get you.
Yeah.
But that 4 strokes up on the field at the Tour Championship, you would have thought he would have faltered. Now, good on him for not.
Yeah.
He's playing great golf, but I wish it was closer. Any thoughts on round 3?
There were a lot more scores near par than I expected. Because I expected Sunday to be on TV, people's usual golf day. I thought they would have. It seemed like they put the pins in the hardest spot on Sunday.
Sure.
And a lot more guys were saving par. I think the biggest thing is, like, the guys who were moving weren't the guys I expected.
That's fair.
Like, I expected John Rahm, Justin Thomas, Webb Simpson, Colin Morikawa, like the top 4 or 5 guys. Who's the 5th one? Daniel Berger. Rory, who had a chance. Everybody had a chance to win it. So basically, I expected everybody in the top 10.
Justin Thomas.
To just be fighting for it. And on Sunday, it felt like all the guys who were outside of the top 10 were making pushes into the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And all the guys in the top 10 were just struggling down. And that was sort of my big take on it, was like 2 or 3 guys stayed up, 6 or 7 guys went down. One guy just sort of hung out at number 10. Like,
right.
It's one of those, it's just one of those days where like you get more out of the not featured groups than the featured group. That's what it was
true.
to me. Yeah.
I'm with you.
It felt more like Thursday golf than it felt more like the Friday golf than the Sunday golf.
Oh, and I see what you're saying. You're right.
You know, where like the Golf Channel's just like bouncing from like putt for birdie to putt to birdie, like great drive, great iron shot. Like that's what the Sunday felt like.
Oh, I'm with you.
Sorry for being weird and explaining that.
No, you got to explain it. This is an audio format.
Yeah.
Round 4, final round. Monday finish. Mm-hmm. Labor Day. I know it's late for you, so we'll wrap this up.
No, it's fine.
Your boy Dustin Johnson and Xander Schauffele, final group. Dustin Johnson fires a 68 2-under, finished 21 under. Xander fires a 66 4-under to finish 18 under. Tied for second. JT 4-under 66, 18 under, tied for second. Rahm 4-under 66, 17 under, tied for fourth, or in solo fourth.
Yeah.
Xander Schauffele and Patrick Reed, best rounds of the day. Brendan Todd 74, 4 over. Dustin Johnson wins the Tour Championship and thus the $14 million prize at the end of the rainbow to win the FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
First FedEx Cup win, 3rd win this season. Dustin Johnson's your winner.
One major, one FedEx Cup, 24 wins.
24 wins. Ben blows me out of the water with points. I'm not even getting into that.
Yay! First season winner! That's me. I'm not rubbing it in, but I won this season. Winner song. Right. I'm still singing because I'm rubbing it in. Look at that face. He's not happy about it. Congratulations, Gunner.
Right. So
coming in second.
That
was a great job coming in second.
Thank you. Out of 10. Yeah.
I apologize for that burst of emotion, but I wanted to set that standard. So next year when you win, you can have like a mariachi band and like have a whole song written, like do a parade through Culpeper, whatever you want to do to rub it in my face.
Right. So even I didn't come close. So congratulations, Ben, on your winning the season-long fantasy points race.
Yeah. I'm
by 3,000 points.
All right. Mr. 3,000.
Mr. 3,000. All right, so let me get into this.
Can Tony Kornheiser do a cameo?
Sure. With Wilbon.
With Wilbon. What are we getting into?
So let me get into this. Can I rage on? Or should we take a read?
We've got to take a read, yeah.
All right, you take the read, and then I'm going to freak out about this format.
That's fine.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, hey, everyone out there! Didn't you hear? Did you guys not hear?
I don't think they heard.
I won the fantasy year-long tournament.
Oh God!
Race to the FedEx Challenge Cup. All right, so just in case you haven't heard, you should go get your hearing checked at Beltone Hearing Aid Center. They're located up and down the Jersey Shore. If you go in there, use the code word golf. A certain Joseph will tell you he's very proud of his son who won the season-long FedEx Cup Challenge Fantasy.
Yep.
So that phone number is +1 732-888-9000. Again, that is +1 732-888-9000. For a free hearing test, use the code word golf. Gunner's face. All right. Also, he is supporting us in our hashtag 100 miles, hashtag 100 miles, 100 holes golf walk along Hadrian's Wall. He is supporting us. He's helping us raise money for the Golf Foundation and Roadcroft Hospices. Check out the website, uk.virgingmoneygiving.com/100 miles, 100 holes. Numbers, not letters. We leave in 3 weeks, so we're getting everything prepped.
It's good.
Did you like the new logo?
I loved it.
Yeah, that's a really cool logo. All right,
It was really good.
I feel like Gunner's going to be extra angry because I'm bragging about winning, so we're going to get back to
No,
the
I'm
show.
angry for other reasons.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunner Kane.
Gunner, it's okay to be angry.
Look, I don't know. I don't know how that bell-tone hearing read keeps getting worse and better at the same time.
Well, the thing is like somebody was like, "Oh, the Ragedom," and I was like, "Yeah, I just feel like the Hulk in the Avengers movie. It's like
That's right.
I'm. You know how I handle this? I'm always angry." People are like, "How do you stay sane?" It's just like I'm just always angry, and 90% of the time it's about golf. Should I tell you my plan for the FedEx Cup next year?
Yes, please tell me your plans so that I can be upset.
Okay. Top 5 guys in the 30. So this year, Dustin Johnson would be -5. John Rahm would be -4. Justin Thomas -3. Webb Simpson -4. Colin Morikawa -5.
Yep.
I think Colin Morikawa
3.
and I think I got them
2.
backwards.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's what I want. But then
then the rest of the field even?
The rest of the field is even.
I like that.
Okay? But in descending order from 1 to 30, so 1 to 15 really, they get to pick who they play with every day.
Oh, I like that idea, actually. So
Dustin Johnson is like, well, who's going to play well? Who am I going to like? Who do I like? Webb Simpson is a steady player. He doesn't lose his cool. Like, you know what? I play best when I play with Webb Simpson. I get to pick him. Then you get John Rahm, who's like, oh, like I'm an angry European. Me and Terrell Hatton, we'll just be really angry and European together.
Angry and European.
Yeah. Then you've got Justin Thomas, who's basically like, I'm a Titleist guy. I can sling the ball. I can drive it. Like, who's like basically the guys who are going to push them.
Yeah.
And if it's Mark Leishman, like Mark Leishman then gets an advantage as well. But I think it's ridiculous. I mean, if it was up to me entirely, I would just say top 30 going even.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to pick your time. Like, So I'm saying, you know what? Dustin Johnson deserves a bit of an advantage. So he gets -5, which is only 5 off the rest of the field, except for the 4 guys on top of him. He gets to pick his playing partner, and he gets to pick exactly what time he wants to go out. And that goes in descending order through the 15.
I dig it.
So it's not like crazy points. But I think it's just like, the thing is they could have done a better way of because before this, it was annoying having Steve Sands explain to you all of the points all of the time. Oh, well, Xander Schauffele's making a move. If he finishes in 3rd, he's going to get this many points, which is going to jump him into 5th place. And you're just like, okay. Xander Schauffele, he's finished 1st. He's won Eastlake. I think they just really wanted the excuse to give the winner of Eastlake like a really good excuse to hold both trophies.
Right, which is my problem. So I love that idea. Here is my issue.
You don't love it. It's just an okay idea.
I love it compared to how much I hate the current idea.
And I didn't love the old one because it was just like, yeah.
This is the second year in a row, if I'm not mistaken, or at least 2 out of the past 3 years,
Yeah.
that Xander Schauffele has been cheated out of the FedEx Cup. And let me explain to you why.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Because he won the trophy at East Lake because that was before they changed the points. That was 2017.
Right? 17. Okay. Yes. So I'm a little bit off. It doesn't matter.
Fine.
This is the second time.
I've got all the stats that nobody needs to remember up here in my brain.
Right. Xander Schauffele beats, is it Justin Thomas?
I thought it was
Rory McIlroy.
I thought it was Rory McIlroy.
Beats Rory McIlroy at the Tour Championship.
Yeah.
Wins the Tour Championship. Rory McIlroy gets to hoist the FedEx Cup because of he's so far ahead in points.
Yeah.
This year, and I've broken it down by top 10 players in the field at the end of the day.
Yeah.
At 8 under par, there is through the week.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. You're saying if everybody started at par at 0,
yes,
this would be the top 10. So this is you're subtracting all of the points given before the tournament starts.
Yes, I'm going backwards because it's actually 11 because there's a 5-way tie for 7th.
Okay.
8 under par goes from bottom to top. Hughes, Munoz, Reed, Rory, Morikawa.
Okay.
In
they're all
solo
at -6.
6, all at -8 for the week.
Yeah.
At solo 6, you have John Rahm at 9 under par.
Yeah.
At solo 5th, you have Tyrrell Hatton at 10 under par.
Yeah.
At T3, you have your champion, Dustin Johnson, and Justin Thomas, 11 under par for the week.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler makes a surprise jump through the week at 12 under.
Yeah.
At 12 under par in solo 2nd.
Yeah.
And your grand champion at Stroke Play Tour Championship Master with a 3-stroke advantage.
Yeah.
15 under Xander Schauffele to take home both trophies. Ridiculous. Are you telling me you can't come up with a better format where Xander Schauffele starts the week at 3 under par and plays 4 strokes better than your champion and still comes in second by 3? What? I hate the FedEx Cup Finals.
Okay. I'm gonna explain this to you a little bit. Which is,
I don't care what you say, it sucks.
Which is, I'm okay with Dustin and John Rahm and Justin Thomas and Colin Morikawa and Webb Simpson getting advantages because they played really well all season long.
Fine, but you tell me where it's fair that one guy plays 4 strokes better than the guy with the advantage, and the only reason he doesn't
is because the advantage is so big.
So big.
So even if you
it's
did it
too big.
Even if you did it in my format, right? Xander is still getting 0 points. Justin Thomas is getting 3 points to start, 3 holes, 3 strokes. You would have
they tie. Tie at the end of the week, and they go into a playoff.
No, because you'd only be 2 strokes back. So Justin Thomas would win at the end of the week. Right, because Justin Thomas started 3rd. So that's not my thing. Is like I am a firm believer because in every other one you get an advantage as well. Like in NASCAR, you start at the front. In basketball, you play the 8th seed. In baseball and hockey, you play the 8th seed. Like
doesn't justify a 7-stroke advantage in the game of golf.
No. I don't think it does either. That's why I'm saying the points need to come down. I just know, like, the reason I've made it okay in my brain is because I know that the PGA Tour, as a television show, wants the winner of Eastlake to be holding both the Eastlake Trophy and the FedEx Cup, and they want it to be congruent with the previous 2 weeks. Boo! Boo!
Let's do match play for the FedEx Cup final. Let's do Tour Championship. It's match play. So you match play Dustin Johnson against if you want to do 1 versus 8, you match play DJ against Bryson.
Yeah.
Do it. 1 versus 30, Billy Horschel, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah.
You think Billy Horschel can't beat Dustin Johnson in a match play event?
You
want to do it like
really
that?
Good.
He's a professional player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's in the Tour Championship. So anybody has a chance to win. Match
I
play.
know what you're saying.
That's what you want.
I'm with
match
you.
Play.
I'm with you. 2 strokes between 1 and 2, 4 strokes between 1 and 3, 6 strokes. You know what I mean? Like, it's too many. It's too many.
You're telling me Billy Horschel? You're telling me Cameron Smith, Victor Hovland, Mackenzie Hughes, Cameron Champ, and Billy Horschel, it's fair for all 5 of those guys to start with a 10-stroke deficit?
But that's what I'm saying.
Ridiculous.
Why
isn't it a 15-person event?
Any one of those guys can have a sub-6 day, right? And then Dustin can have a +2 day, and they're 2 strokes apart. The problem wasn't that. The problem is they're not this far apart. They're all this far apart. They're not inches apart. These guys are millimeters apart in terms of skill and quality. So I get what you're saying. Rage on, my friend. Rage on.
That and stop this nonsense. If that's what you want to do, 15 people. Don't let 30 people in this event, because it makes the bottom 10 look like a joke.
So this is my question. If you did like a 16-player match play, that's fair. How many strokes are you giving? How many holes are you giving Dustin Johnson to start on day 1? 2. He starts at +2 through 0.
Player with an advantage. It's a 2-stroke advantage. That's it. The rest of the week, it's up to the field. Day 1, he gets a 2-stroke advantage. Self a win in round 1. Almost guarantee himself a win.
Yeah.
But because it should be, because what happens is what? There's no chance for 4 days for a guy from the bottom 5 to gain 10 strokes on somebody who's to almost twice shoots the low round of the day.
Yeah. No, I know that. And it was set up as a very fair course.
You know what? We're canceling the Tour Championship. Here's $14 million. Nobody cares. Dustin Johnson, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened.
And pitch it like it's DJ versus Rahm if you're giving it advantages.
Yeah, I mean the other side is Dustin in his last like 2 top, like his win in his top 5 was a video game golf. So and this week wasn't video game golf. I think what you do is you make the first 3 days video game golf. And then you make the last day really, really, really hard. You don't give anybody an advantage because you know Dustin is great at video game golf.
You got anything to rage about?
No, just that, like, every year the Tour Championship is the biggest letdown of the season.
We're doing in golf this week because this is running long.
All right, next read.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Wah wah wee wop. Is that a thing? Did I say that right?
Oh, right there. You know what I'm saying? I had to Hakuna Matata myself.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It's a wonderful phrase.
Anyways, if you want a Hakuna Matata, you want a Hakuna Matata with some great guys, check hashtag 100 miles, 100 holes.
Yeah. Check us out on the Instagram. So, thank you for listening to the Swingdom, and we would appreciate all your support on hashtag 100 holes, 100 miles, Adrian's Wall. No, sorry. Hashtag 100 miles, 100 holes, Adrian's Wall, where myself, Cousin Adam, cameraman Dan, all take on Hadrian's Wall. Well, Dan will be driving it, and try to take on 100 holes of golf. You can show your support by donating at uk.virginmoneygiving.com/100miles100 holes. Now those are the numbers. Those are not the words. Thank you guys for all your support. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing this hike, and you will be able to follow us on all of the platforms to see what we're up to. So thank you again. Back to what we're doing this week.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
And we're back. Guess what I'm doing this week? I am starting my hiking training so I can walk 100 miles in a bunch of days. Try to play a bit of golf. I was thinking about walking to the golf course, which is about 2 miles away, playing 18 holes, and then walking back. Yeah. That's it.
That's a good bit of training, actually.
Yeah.
I encourage that. I'm not trying to joke. That's a good train.
We're trying to figure out what you have to do 100 miles of. Do you have a treadmill? You're going to do 100 miles on your treadmill during those 9 days. And you're going to play 100 holes of golf on your Xbox while you're walking.
Nah, moving the treadmill into the living room. Nor, I have a hate relationship. Not even a love-hate. I hate the treadmill. I hate it.
Because it's so beautiful? Why?
And I don't like being asked.
Okay, fair enough. Would you prefer a spin bike?
Elliptical, maybe I'll move that in there and I'll walk. I'll actually walk. We have an elliptical and a treadmill, and I hate them both because they're essentially the same thing in different ways.
So what I'm asking is are you going to try to do 100 miles in 10 days?
I'll do my best.
All right. Well, we're going to keep Gunner's mileage up on the Facebook as well, and the Instagram and the YouTube, because he's a part of the team. What do you
you guys should really do something in Virginia. That's what you should do. You should do something in the United States.
I was going to look up the thing is that Shenandoah National Park is 100 miles. It's 105 miles. So I just need to find 6 golf courses in walking distance along Shenandoah National Park.
There's a par 3 course.
Yes.
There's Fox Chase.
Yep.
There's Shenandoah Country Club.
Yep.
And there's Massanutten.
Yeah.
Only 4 I know.
Isn't Blue Ridge real close?
What is it?
There's got to be one in Front Royal.
Course in
Newmarket.
Yeah, it's Shenandoah. Shenandoah Valley. That's what it's named after. Shenandoah.
All right. So we'll have to check that out. Maybe next year or the year after it will be in Virginia. But you know what happens if it's in Virginia? You're taking 10 days off of work and you're walking with us. He said yes. He said he's doing
Work in the
it.
summer. I'll do it in the summertime.
Yeah,
I'll do it in the summertime.
Because walking in Virginia in the summer, that's not miserable.
All I'm saying.
All right. What are you doing this week?
So I went out, like I said, it was my birthday weekend. I went out with Gavin and we played the Gauntlet. And listen, Gauntlet from the tips. And let me explain to you, it lives up to its namesake. I really, really struggled from the tips. It's not hard. I don't know if you've ever played from the tips at the Gauntlet. And if you have, the tips are different and they're really hard. Plus, I haven't played golf in, I want to say, 3 months now. So it wasn't really what I should have done for my first time out. But it was difficult. It was wet. It was hot, and it was really slow, like a lot of slow play. But my handicap did not change. So I felt good. I had a good day. I could not putt to save my life, but man, I'll tell you what, my long irons were in the money every time I hit them. It was
awesome.
7, 6, and 5. Whoa. I mean, I couldn't miss with those. That felt good.
Did you try putting with your 5-iron?
147-yard par 3 at the Gauntlet.
Which one?
Got it right here. Gavin, who played from the Reds, which is the second set of tees, shot a 74. I'm sorry, 76. So he got me. The tips, 245, par 3, 15th hole on the course. Not at 245, my friend. It's not. So
the 15th, that's the one where it's like it's just down the alleyway of trees. Yeah. I miss Virginia golf.
And the tucked away in the back, so it played more like 250.
Yeah. What'd you hit, driver? You hit what?
A 3-wood. I banged it right into the middle slope, and it killed it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, at least you were on the green in one.
No, because the slope is steep, so it came all the way back off. But I tried.
That's
really
good.
did.
Good. All right. I'm off to bed. I've got to look up on the safe. I'm going to look up what's going on in the Safeway Open and the U.S. Open. Because this episode is late because I've been
back at it.
I've been sleeping for 36 hours, so we will have this podcast out tomorrow. We may have a second one out tomorrow as well.
Appreciate you. Thanks for staying up for this.
No, my pleasure. I will catch you on the flip side. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Gunnar. Thanks for being the swingdom with me.
Then with me.
All right. See you tomorrow. Swingdom out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
All right.